Everyone, welcome on YourPedia Media Group, and I'm sitting here with Manoj Kumar Baghel. Welcome, Manoj.
Thank you, sir.
Manoj, you represent a Nano Biotechnology Lab, Department of Bioscience and Bioengineering, that is Center of Nanotechnology, IIT Roorkee. So, Manoj, you have given a very wonderful presentation today, and the presentation was on point of care we call POC cycle, voltametric device for analyte detection and amplification, right? So I would request you to very briefly tell my viewers about your research work, this particular device.
Okay. So I would like to thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity to introduce my technology. So I was one of the inventor of this technology. I wanted to give the credits to my other inventors as well, which includes Dipanshu Sharma, Ayush Tiwari, Dr. Ashish Kalkal and Dr. Rangadhar Pradhan, and we all collaboratively work in this device fabrication process, and I was the one of the key member where we have developed the biosensing platform, and other members were including in the device fabrication, and we belongs to Professor P. Gopinath sir's Nanobiotechnology Lab, which deals with such kind of a diagnostic lab. So here we have developed this device which is based on a cyclic voltametry. It is basically a potentiostat device in which we are applying voltage, and we in response to that we are measuring the current. So this device basically deals with the biosensing platform. So if we having some best example I would like to give about the glucose monitoring device, in which we are implying the some small amount of blood, and we are in response to that we are getting the glucose signals. So the signals which we get from that particular device in terms of a current. So here is also which is somewhat similar to this device, where we focus particularly on measuring the cancer biomarker. So the cancer biomarker is one of the most leading field where currently we are utilizing ELISA and such kind of techniques like for cell cytology we use microscopes. So it requires lots and lots of time. It requires lots of expertise as well, and we need a particularly lab personnel to see whether we are getting the results or not. So we wanted to basically decentralize the system in such a way that the biomarker which we are receiving from the patient's body we will directly detect in a low response time. So this is the objective of this particular technology.
Okay, understood. So I'm illiterate in actually this entire thing what you mentioned, but very good. So my question to you is like where is the application of this device, and where is the market for this device?
Okay. So point number one, the applications which we utilizes for this device fabrication is a wide range of application, because it's a normal electrochemical device. So we can use in basically a testing agency laboratories, which they can use for testing the analytes. It can be used for the educational purpose in the various kind of a laboratory where they run kind of electrochemical experiments and lab scale model. They can use this particular device because it's a very low cost, and it can be used in the remote sensing area where there is no any kind of specialized laboratory, where remote access area like normally we assume that there is a medical facility. It's a limited medical facility, so we can use this device as a biomarker testing capability to detect the analyte, and we can diagnose or prognose the disease. And one of the major thing that this device can be used for therapeutic intervention. So in that perspective I want to say that if particular disease like suppose assume it is as a cancer, so if a patient is going for a cancer, he detected that is a cancer is there, and after receiving the treatment of that cancer, he needs to regularly check up and follow up.
तो ये वहाँ से हो जाएगा.
So for that he needs to either he can go for some kind of MRI, CT scan. So these are that is very sophisticated.
Agree.
So from that biological sample, if you're able to get the biomarker, check the analysis. So for that cost can be cutting down for us to.
So as a layman, what I understood is cheap है और easily किया जा सकता है, और आपको ऐसे कोई MRI जो आपने नाम लिया शायद उसके कुछ साइड इफेक्ट्स भी होते होंगे जो इसमें नहीं है. Is that correct?
हाँ, it's correct.
Okay, now I'll ask you Manoj, what is the market gap? Not research gap, market gap. कि market में ऐसा product है नहीं है, gap कहाँ है?
So basically, we can say that market gap where we target the point of care analysis.
Okay.
So suppose we assume that suppose in the COVID, as we talk about, like COVID, we already have a rapid diagnostic kit that it's, or even if the pregnancy kit, it's somewhat similar to that.
Similar to that.
That is a colorimetric based. So in that colorimetric based testing, that there is a color with there, and we also get the false positive result as well.
Understood.
So if we are upgrading this technology with the electrochemical kind of things, like we are recording the current, so that will give about more sort of a reliability to that,
Accuracy also,
and accuracy, sensitivity, because it's a basically we are measuring the current levels. So even if we can reach to a picogram level or a nanogram level, which colorimetric devices can't do that.
Manoj, you know Indian market is very cost sensitive. Do you find your product will be cheap?
Yeah, so for as of now, the bill of material which we have estimated, so it's costed around 1700 or 1800
Per product?
Per device.
Per
okay,
device,
we can
okay,
say.
okay.
So we can short down to various kind of application, like modified screen printed will also comes at around 50 rupees per chip or something like that. So in that range, it will be
mass
cost
production
effective.
में और cheap हो जाएगा.
So mass production, if you're going for the scalability of that
Yes,
device
yes.
fabrication, so it will be reaches to around 1200 or 1200 or around 1400.
So Manoj, what are you looking for now? If industries, what kind of industries? And what do you want from the industries?
Okay, so I wanted to tell to the industries that currently we are in a research investigation stage. So basically I wanted to know that we have to do more and more trials of this particular device to validate furthermore. So basically we have tested in a lab environment, and in lab environment we are able to get the biomarker sensing as per the things that we need. But for mass scale of production, we required actually spike sampling, and we required lots of biological fluids. So we want to also explore to the other biological fluids like serum, urine, saliva. So if we want to explode and more broad, so we require more funds for that. So so that we can do more validation, and we can go up to for more TRL levels.
Have you done any kind of assessment of what kind of funding you are looking for? I mean, what is the scale? कितना चाहिए?
As per now, like we currently it's a part of an project. So from that project funding we received 80 lakhs. So in that 80 lakhs we have some sort of a manpower, then we have a R&D, then we have a consumable, and we also have a device production area. So one of the key major issue which we face, like we want to procure some ICs from out of the country. So in that we also face some kind of clearance certificate. So for that we required some kind of assistance in that. So that is a barrier for us, and we are tackling for that barrier. So if that particular industry, if we want that, they can clear that barriers, because lots of industries are there who are currently in the market who are developing such kind of devices. So if they wanted to assistant us, they can procure for us, procure and provide us such kind of a raw electrical component for our device. So that will be more benefited for us.
Anything you have for entrepreneurs?
Entrepreneur, I want to say that if you are going to this particular area of a molecular diagnostic, it will be very helpful because it's a booming area, and you can find lots of upgradation in this technology, where they have including sorts of fascinating words like microfluidics, paper based, papertronics, and also. So it's have a huge application as well as huge revenue also. So I want to like to get one of the best example, that Preganews pregnancy kit, that was a boom to that particular Mankind company. So at the data I want to share that the tenure was around 10 crore. So it's a simple paper based chromatographic technique. So you can see that so much importance is there for point of care diagnosis. So as an entrepreneur, you can start your own business.
Wonderful. Anything I missed, Mukesh? Sorry, Manoj?
No, sir, that's fine.
Everything is done?
Yeah.
Now